So there's been a lot of talk this week about women's safe spaces, about men's attitudes to women. Not all men. We've heard all that. And loads of arguments about what should be done, what women can do to protect themselves better. I recommend women roll themselves in concrete or a loose piece of sheeting and store themselves somewhere behind a wall until it's safe to pass through the sexual assault park. Obviously, the solution isn't in women's behaviour, but in how do we help boys and young men to be better educated. I mean, to me, the answer is simple. I've read everything this freaking week. We need to do this. We need to go into teenagers and teach them this. We need to speak to young men about this. The problem is not so much what's being taught, in my opinion. It's when it's being taught. Wake the fuck up, United Kingdom. You're wasting your time going into 15 and 16-year-olds, if you're in your 30s and 40s, going, hey guys, let's talk about sex. I want to talk about sex and consent and also just like erotic play generally. Fuck off, sir. Here's a banana in the face. Take a condom. That's how they taught sex education at my school. A condom over a banana when we were 15. Half of us have already been wanked off by the dog shit bins, by Donna. The one with the wonky eye would wank you off at 10 B&H. It was too late. Sex education has to take place in primary school. Younger, as young as possible. If you've got 3 and 4-year-olds that are asking you where do babies come from, tell them. Start a conversation. If you've got 5 and 6-year-olds talking about pushing each other, shoving each other, explain to them about boundaries, consent, shoving, hurting. It's never too freaking early. Look at the countries where they teach sex education a little bit earlier. Don't take my word for it. Just run away, have a little look at the stats, at the countries, the Hollands of this world where they go, it's 7 years old, let's do some sex education. Here's a fuzzy felt with a penis. It's no problem, it's just a penis. This is what it is. If we do a mystery build-up to sex education, soon we will talk about sex when you were 14. At the moment, it's in the mystery dirty box in the corner of the room. Mystery dirty sex. Find out for yourself. If we do that, people make their own education. And do you know where they're making their own education? Porn. I cannot think of a worse education for the teenage brain than unrealistic American porn. British sex does not have, oh dad, yeah, fucking pound me, yeah. That is not a preparation for a healthy relationship, emotional and erotic life for young men. Get in with education like an inoculation, like a vaccine, before the hormones hit. You wouldn't wait till someone's foaming at the mouth with pure COVID before whacking the AstraZeneca into their neck. Ideally, you want to vaccinate them before they get sick. Same with education. Pour in all the healthy knowledge about sex, relationships, erotic pleasure, owning yourself, consent, all that shit. Get it all done early fucking doors. Then when American porn hits, hopefully there's some protection there. And you know what the criticism is when you say something like that? You can't teach sex to primary school children. It's inappropriate. You telling me you're going to teach sex to 7 and 8-year-olds? No thanks. Disgusting. Why would you put thoughts? They're not even thinking about sex. Why would you put thoughts of sex into young children's heads when they're not thinking about it? Since when has that been the criteria for education? That people have to be thinking about it already before we teach it? Last time I checked, 8 and 9-year-olds weren't thinking about the Tudors. But we fucking teach it anyway. And we better not put Henry VIII into their heads in case they start beheading each other. Let's just not teach anyone anything and we can roll around in the mud like fucking lungworms and keep hating each other on social media because it's easier. Grow up. It's about books and chat and the rest will take care of itself, I think. Will it? I don't fucking know.